Alrighty, everybody, how is it going, y'all? It's your boy Marcus, the Low Vision Snap Player, and welcome back to part 3 of ranking my entire Marvel Snap card collection. If you guys missed the first 2 episodes, make sure you check them out. By the way, I'm sure you guys are probably wondering, why was there 3 versions of the same video, 3 versions of the same video on the channel? Well, here's the thing. When I uploaded it the first episode, it didn't have my voice in it. The actual, video itself turned out good, but it didn't have, my voice recordings, right? So, here, let me see if I can find an example. If I go to one of my vids here, my phone's a little on the laggy side. So, yeah, everything's a bit, oh my god, there we go. Yeah, this thing's kind of laggy, but essentially what ended up happening was I had to re-upload that first video, twice because it wouldn't work. It was this one here. He is not that good because this is what it sounds like now, but I actually ended up having to, I uploaded it the first time, and it didn't have let me see if I can find a gameplay so I could best explain this. But essentially, it was unless I interact. This is what it sounded like. It was just quiet. Quiet. It didn't have my voice recorded in it. So I had to put it through an app that I use for editing my vids. And I ended up exporting that version or uploading that version into YouTube. It was kind of a mess, but I got it all sorted out. And so the first episode is available as well as the second one. So yeah, as I said before, make sure to check those out. But anyways, enough of that. Let's start with the first card for the tier list. We got, where is it? Card number 1, we're starting off with this Vulture. He is a 1-cost 2-power card. His text says, when this card moves, plus 3 power. Pretty good. So he becomes a 1/5, which, I mean, depending on the amount of cards that you play that can move him, he'll probably get stronger. But that's the thing with move, right? And that's what they don't tell you when it comes to move, is that with some of these cards, you need to have an activator, like a Ghost Spider, which, in fact, I will be ranking her in the same video, but you need cards like Ghost Spider, Heimdall, what else? That's just to name a few, but, he's pretty good. Maybe not as good as the Human Torch, but, I mean, for what he's capable of doing, I think he's a pretty great card overall. So I'm putting him in here alongside let me grab him. I'm putting him alongside Hobgoblin and all these other great cards. So that's the first one on the list. After Vulture, we got Warpath. He's another Series 2 card. His ability reads ongoing. If any of your locations are empty, plus 5 power. A 4/10, that's pretty freaking huge. But you have to have a location that's empty. As far as deck building goes, it's kind of tricky. It's a little tricky to figure out where this card goes, but I mean, it's still pretty fun. It's still one that I mean, I've played it here and there, but it's not one I'm gonna play all the time. But it's still a fun card. So I'm gonna put Warpath in Great Tier again. After Warpath, we've got Leech, a 4-cost 4-power card that reads, on reveal, remove the text from a 6-cost card from 6 cost cards in your opponent's hand. So essentially, this will prevent your opponent's 6-cost cards from popping off. So if they have a Galactus and they're winning, and you played Leech, their ability won't take effect. Right? So that means you have a chance to make a comeback. I've put them in a few decks in the past, and you know, it works. It's a good way to like kind of stop your opponent from pulling off something big. But it's really good. Really good card. So I'm putting him in here. After that, we have Morbius. We have Morbius, a 2-cost 0-power card that means ongoing plus 2 power for each time you discarded a card this game. So this dude basically just gets stronger the more you discard stuff. Took a little drink break, but essentially, it's like if you play Lady Sif or anything. If anything gets discarded, this dude's gonna get absolutely cracked. And as far as putting him in discard decks go, he's pretty solid. Is he an amazing card though? Ew, that is hard, because you also have cards like Dracula, who can take he discards a card at on the last, at the final turn, towards the end of the game. But if you've discarded something like an Apocalypse a lot of times, it can get pretty big. But as far as Morbius goes, I'm putting him in great, because I do feel like there's a whole bunch of there are some solid cards that are kind of better. So we're putting him in great as well. After Morbius, we move on to Nakia. Now, Nakia is a pretty good card. She's a 3/4, and she basically gives all your cards in your hand plus 1 power. So she's like a hand buffing card. If you have cards like Mad Thinker, or, what else? There's probably a few cards that will take advantage of. Or even, if you're playing cards like the Fallen One, or, I don't know, maybe Jim Hammond Human Torch or something. That's another example. She can be a pretty good asset, but the thing is, it's I like the card, but I don't know. I feel like the ability is kind of slightly basic. It's not terrible, but I do feel like stacked up to a lot of other cards. I don't know, because there is another one, Okoye. I do feel like Okoye might be a little bit better than Nakia. And again, Nakia is still good, but I don't think she's terrible, but I don't think she's also amazing either. So I think what I'm gonna do for now I'm gonna put her in average, and then later down the line, I might, if I have second thoughts, I'll move her to great. But I think, I don't know, man. Her ability is just, like I said, it's good, but it's also slightly basic. And plus, it's like, she's only really helping out your cards in the hand. So I'm putting Nakia in average for right now. After Nakia, we've got Sandman. This dude says, on reveal next turn, cards cost 1 more. Maximum 6. I mean, listen, the power is good. An 8 power card, right? 5/8. It's not bad. But as far as the ability goes, it's I feel like this one's kind of pointless. Because it's like, next turn your cards cost 1 more. I mean, he's kind of like, the thing is, if you play him on turn 5, on turn 6, I don't really think this makes a lot of sense, because you're going to play him on turn 5, right? And turn 6 is typically when you would play out all your big 6 cost cards. Unless you're playing a lower, like, the only way I can see this being actually decent is if you're playing a deck that, like, if you're playing someone who is playing like a toxic deck and they have a hazmat, I can see where this is. Or no, maybe not even a hat. Maybe you're playing something like if you play a Thanos, if your opponent's playing a Thanos and you play this, he'll bring him back to a 6, right? Kind of losing that boost. But otherwise, I don't know, man. I feel like it's kind of terrible. There's not really much that, there's not really much that this card can do, and there's not a lot of good applicable spots for him to really fit. So therefore, I am putting Sandman. Why did I say that? Sandman in terrible. Even though the power is good, I just think his ability just falls really flat. So he's going here. Nope. Why did I add that? No text, no nothing, just that. So he's going there. After Sandman, we've got the Infinite. It's kind of hard to see because these things freaking... There we go. He's a 6 cost 20 power card that reads, if you played a card last turn, you can't play this. Now, this card is pretty freaking amazing for a couple of reasons. First of all, the power, 20 power, but also this dude's ability. Because the thing is, it's not just... Like, at first you look at it and it's like, oh, that sucks. But this card is actually teaching you a very important, like, lesson. A very important tip. And that tip is, like, sometimes it's good to just skip a turn, right? You don't want to waste key components, right? For example, Carnage. Just because you have them, you get them on, you have them available for turn 2, doesn't mean you should use them right away, especially if you don't have anything to destroy. Because I've seen players that will play Carnage and there's like nothing on the board for him to destroy. It makes no sense. You're wasting that card. The Infinite does a good job at teaching you this, right? So you're forced to skip a turn. In fact, that's kind of what my Jocasta Lock deck was all about. And also this Chamber deck too, right? Because you have... So while you are not playing anything on turn 5, you use your activate cards Chamber, Jocasta, and Warlock. And then on turn 6, or it's either turn 5 or turn 6, depending on if you have a magic in play or not. You use that turn when you're not playing anything to activate those cards' abilities. And then on that last turn, whether it's 6 or 7, you can play out the Infinite, right? It's worth waiting. Therefore, the Infinite is an amazing card. So I am putting him right here. After the Infinite, okay, what the heck? Oh, because I clicked on a deck. That's why. Okay, let me go here. Wait for this to load again. After that, we've got Sunspot, a 1-cost 0-power card. End of turn. Gain +1 power for each unspent energy. So the way this works is, like, let's say you play this dude on 1, but you have nothing on turn 2, right? He'll get +2 power, right? And so on and so forth, right? And it's pretty good. I have him in my Jocasta Warlock and that other, my Chamber build that I have. And he's not gonna really hit a lot of big power, because sometimes you'll use up all your energy, but he gets to a pretty decent amount of power. And I'm not really expecting him to get to super high value, but he's still good. He's still a good card. After Sunspot, we've got, oops, that's Nakia. We've got Vision. This dude is a 5/9. So he's a little bit more. He's the same cost, but a little bit more power compared to Sandman. And this ability says you can move this each turn. So essentially that means you can move this dude whenever you want. You see, I like Vision, but the thing is, I mean, it doesn't really make sense, because the only turn you really get to move him on is 6, because you play him on 5, and then 6 is really the only turn you can move him. Unless you play something like a Wave, and you reduce this card's cost down to a 4. Or maybe you get him through like a Patriot, an Iron Patriot, and it gets down to, what is it, like a 2? Then yeah, sure, you could definitely either a 2 or 3 in terms of energy. You can move him a lot, but if you're just playing him normally, you only get to move him once. So saying that you can move him each turn is kind of pointless. I do feel like they should at least change Vision's ability, especially since, like, if you can, since he's a 5er, that the ability doesn't really make too much sense, right? I feel like his ability should be you can only move this once. It'll make a lot more sense since you can play him. Since you play him on turn 5 and then you move him on 6. But I don't know. I think he's okay. He's kind of limited. For a move card, he's kind of limited. You can't really do all that much. The Vision is going here. After Vision, we've got Iceman. This dude is a 1 cost 2 power card that reads on reveal. Give a card in your opponent's hand plus 1 cost. Minimum or maximum 6. I mean, it's good, but it's not like crazy amazing. It's not like super impactful, but like it can be pretty useful, especially if it's a card that if it hits a card that your opponent is gonna play for sure. Like maybe you hit maybe they have a Galactus and they hit the Galactus. Like this could be pretty good, but otherwise, this is another card that I feel is just kind of I forget. I don't know why I keep closing it out. Or is it right here? Go. Mr. Iceman right here. After that, we've got Storm, a 3 cost 1 power card that reads on reveal. Flood this location. Next turn is the last turn cards could be played there. See, Storm, she's gone through a lot of changes. She went from being a 3 cost card to I think like a 4. Now she's back to a 3. And she was pretty fun. I remember when I got War Machine, I played her with War Machine and Legion. But they made it so that now you can't really do that. Right? War Machine's a 5 now, which kind of sucks. But I mean, it's fine. It's no big deal. But it's still a relatively decent card. Is it one that I play often? No, but the times that I have, she was pretty fun. But I don't know. Otherwise, compared to the cards that have been coming out like these last couple seasons, I don't know. She just kind of feels average for me. So Storm is going average for now. After Storm, we have Okoye, a 2 cost 3 power card that reads on reveal. Give every card in your deck plus 1 power. See, this card right here, like I said, this card is definitely better than the Kia because while this card helps out your hand, this card's actually helping out your deck. Right? So it's like if you have any cards like the Fallen One and you draw that, it's like the Fallen One will have a little extra boost, and plus every other card that's in your deck will also get a boost. So it's pretty good. And she's also relatively cheap too, so you can get her out on turn 2 and all your cards will have that little boost. Will have that little boost up until the game ends. All the cards that are in your deck will have that boost. Even after you draw, once they're drawn, they'll still have that boost. So it's a pretty good card. Actually, no, I don't know how to think about it. She's kind of amazing. Now, is it the kind of card that I put in every single deck? No, but when you consider the ability and also the flexibility, like she's pretty well. No. I still think she's amazing. But who knows? Maybe once more. But I don't know. Maybe she might be demoted down to great. I don't know. For now, I'm putting her into the amazing tier. After this, we've got Killmonger. So this is another destroy card. A 3-cost 3-power card that says on reveal, destroy all 1-cost cards here. So this card is really good in destroy decks. So if you have Squirrel Girl, or you play Debris, or if you play Thanos and you have the Infinity Stones out, this dude could just destroy everything. And if you have a death in your deck, woo-wee, it's like the perfect combo. But is he an amazing card? No, I don't believe he belongs in amazing, but I do still think he's a great asset, especially for destroy. Like, you can't build a destroy deck without Killmonger. That's just kind of the way it goes, especially if you're having stuff like X-23, Headpool, Deadpool, and a whole bunch of others. So we have Killmonger right here. Boom. So this is what all the tiers are looking like so far. So far, amazing and terrible are kind of even, surprisingly. After Killmonger, we've got Agent 13. So this is a 1-cost 2-power card that reads, on reveal, add a random card to your hand. I mean, it's fine. I don't know, man. There really isn't a lot of decks where Agent 13, maybe besides like hand buffing decks, like if you're playing Mad Thinker, this dude could kind of take advantage of that. But other than that, though, there really is no other like purpose for this card. So therefore, I mean, Agent 13 is not terrible, but it's not like freaking amazing either. So Agent 13 is going here. Okay, hold on a second. Pardon this brief little break, but I gotta check something real quick. Because I am playing fantasy football. I gotta see where my score is right now. Quick fantasy football league check. If this thing will load, because I do still gotta finish the rest of this. If not, I'll check afterwards. Sometimes this app wants to be a little laggy mess. Okay, there we go. Okay, not bad, not bad. 56 points. Here's my my lineup. Okay, anyways, back to the ranking. Where were we? Oh yeah, I put Agent 13 in average. So after Agent 13, we've got no deck. Come on, man. Don't tell me this thing's gonna be freaking stuck. Come on, man. I ain't got time for this. I've got to freaking... You gotta be kidding me. Go to deck. I did not say build an Agent 13 deck. Okay. After that, we've got Rhino. This dude is a 2-cost 5-power card that reads on reveal, add a rock to your side of this location. I mean, besides the power, this card's kind of pointless. Like, what is adding a rock to this location? What's the purpose of this? Because here's the thing, before they, like, Rhino, he had an ability where when you played him, he would ruin a location. Like, he would change a location that was called, like, the Ruins or something, and it didn't have, like, any abilities. Like, he would just destroy it, essentially. And that was pretty good. But when they made this change, I don't know, man. It's kind of terrible. There really is no... It's pointless, man. I'm sorry, but Rhino for me... ability it's pointless. Therefore, I am putting him... Oh, no, wait. That's Rockslide. No. Hold on. Oops. Rockslide. I'm talking about Rhino. There we go. Rhino goes there. Because he is terrible. After Rhino, we've got a 4... Oh, there we go. We got Jubilee. A 4-cost 1 power card that reads on review. Add the top card of your deck to this location. This is a pretty solid card, right? Especially like if you're playing something where you kind of want to get them on the board early. Could be a good asset. For example, Infinity Ultron. Right? If you want to get Infinity Ultron out early, Jubilee is kind of the way to go. If you have a Howard the Duck, that makes it a lot easier, so you can kind of see what card that you have in your top deck, and then you can decide if you want to play Jubilee during her turn. Overall, Jubilee's a great card. Just a great card. Overall. Jubilee, where's Jubilee? Jubilee is... After Jubilee, we've got Swarm, 3-power card, where when you discard this, add 2 copies that cost 0 to your hand. This dude is pretty insane. Because if you play something like MODOK, and then Blade, and then Zombie Power Man, you could just keep adding copies to your hand, and if you have the collector, this dude gets absolutely buffed out. Like, you can just add a lot of swarms, man, and make this thing insane. It's really freaking fun. I mean, you can only really play him in discard decks, but otherwise, he's pretty good. But maybe I should have got Weapon H, but no, I feel like it was better doing that because I got 4 cards in like 2 different packs, which is insane. Like, I've never had that happen where I pulled 2 packs in and I end up getting 2 cards. So, I guess you would call that like a god pull. Where is Swarm? So Swarm we're putting in great. After Swarm, we've got Baron Mordo. The first Series 3, it's a 2-cost 3-power card that reads on review. The top card of your opponent's deck costs 6 until turn 6. So, if you have something... I don't know if you can see what's in your opponent's deck, but this is pretty good because if you hit a card that could be potentially like if you hit your opponent's Red Guardian, which I think is a 4, right? Either 3 or 4. If you hit your opponent's Red Guardian, this could be like freaking huge, because then oh wait, it could be huge but also kind of risky, because then on turn 6 your opponent could play that Red Guardian unless you have priority and you play your cards for... Oh no, wait. No, unless your opponent has priority and the card revealing... No, either way, it's still kind of risky though. But otherwise, it's pretty good. It does give you kind of give you a sense of what your opponent's playing, and it could be a total game changer. Wait, hold on. No. I gotta add an extra tier. Where is Baron Mordo? Bam! Baron Mordo. After Baron Mordo, we've got a 3-cost card. Looks like it has another attachment to it. I think it's Black Widow. Yes, it is. So activate add a Widow's Bite to your opponent's hand, and this Widow's Bite prevents your opponent from drawing cards. So this is pretty good. It is a 0 though. So with it being a 0-cost card, your opponent could just play it out easily. So I do feel like they maybe should have made it something more like... They should have made this thing a little bit more expensive, like maybe a 4. Either a 4 or like a 6. Make them like wait for it. Right? Kind of really punish them. But no, I think it's still good. Is this the kind of card that I run in all my decks? No. But I mean, I don't think it's amazing. But is it really that great compared to some of these other ones? Yeah, I think I'll put it in great. I'll put it in great. So that is Black Widow. We then have... How many tiers we got? We still got quite a bit. We still got quite a ways to go here. We've got Dr. Octopus. He's a 4-cost 8-power card. On review, pull the lowest power card from your opponent's hand to their side of this location. I mean, an 8-power card's pretty insane, but as far as his ability goes, I don't know. It's fine. It's just fine to me. I don't really use this card often because I don't really see good decks to play Doc Ock into. So Doc Ock's going there. Okay, good. I thought we were gonna have to reset the app. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm pretty close to done here, guys. Just a few more tiers, and that'll be it. That'll be it for this episode. I gotta make sure to upload it right away. In fact, I still have another gameplay for one of the new cards that I got. So I'll probably upload that first before I do with this one. But anyways, where were we at? Oh, Magneto. So this dude basically, he's a 6/12. This dude basically moves all of your 3 and 4 cost cards to this location, which, I don't know, Asteroid M is kind of similar to Magneto, but I mean, it's pretty good, but typically not card that I use often. So I'm gonna put him here. So Magneto, where's Magneto? Right here. After Magneto, we've got a 2-cost 2 power card that reads, there we go. When this moves to a location, +2 power for each enemy card here. Man, the power she can probably rack up is huge. So if you move this to a location that has 3 cards, that's like 2. She's a 2/8, and then she becomes a 2/10. Like, this card could continue to rack up power, and it's actually pretty good. But again, is she one that I play often? No, but I do think she's a pretty good 2-cost. Maybe I need to start using this card more. Hold on. Where did I put this to? He's gonna put it here. Great card. So Dazzler. Dazzler goes here. Come on. Golly, this thing freaking laggy as heck. No, 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 no. I did not say to make... No, 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 no. I did not say to make a deck. I'll come up with that later. No. Not now. After that, we've got Quinjet. This dude is a 1-cost 2-power card. Ongoing. Your created cards cost 1 less, minimum 1. And then this tell you created cards. A card generated during the game rather than starting in a deck. So that's why, because I put Quinjet in a Thanos deck. Oh. Which is fine. I can. Yeah, I forgot about how Quinjet worked, but yeah, I mean it's fine. It only really works for benefits created cards, but yeah, it's not like great, but it's pretty decent, and that's mainly because it's not. Doesn't really have a lot of like good places you could really put it into, except decks that use a lot of like created cards, right? So that's why I feel like Quinjet's not quite there. So after Quinjet, we've got Dazzler. I've put Dazzler in a good decks, in particular like my ongoing ones with like Ultron and Brood, those kinds of decks. And yeah, she's pretty good. Although, +2, because what is it? +2 power for each location that's full on your side. So if you have all 3 locations full, that's like 2, 4, 6. That's like a 2-8. So that's not bad. So if you're able to fill in all 3 locations, that's pretty good. So that's where Ultron kind of fits best with it. So, pretty good. Pretty good card. Nope. Trying to add another tier here. There we go. So, Dazzler. After Dazzler, we've got Zero. Hold on. Zero, a 1-cost 3-power card that reads on review. Remove the abilities on the next card you play. I think the only time I used this dude was with, I think it was my Man Spider deck, maybe. Or it was a deck that had all the cards like Typhoid Mary and Starbrand and all those other cards. That was the only time I really used that. But I don't know. It's kind of average to me. Hell yeah. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, it's just kind of an average pick. It's just an average card for me, honestly. After Zero, we got Rock Slide. So this dude is a 4-cost 5-fire card that reads on review. Shuffle 2 rocks into your opponent's deck. This could be pretty good, depending on the type of deck you're playing. But I mean, I don't know. This is another card that I feel like it's kind of average, and I don't really use it. Got the Cowboys game that started now, and I'm about to watch it after I try to finish off this list, which luckily we're not super far into this. Well, we're getting pretty close to finishing is what I'm trying to say here. Because what do we got? We got couple more rows left. So we've got She-Hulk and then the Hood. So She-Hulk, that reads, costs 1 less for each unspent energy last turn. This, man, it's really freaking good because you can like I played her in my Jocasta deck. I have her in my Jocasta deck, and when you have like on turn what was it? On turn 6 or turn 5, depending on the turn where you don't play any cards, and then you activate that Jocasta and Warlock, make her super cheap, and you can play her with Infinite and a whole bunch of other 10 cards. It's pretty good. Actually, I would even go as far to say that She-Hulk. Wait, who was I gonna add here? Oh, I was gonna add Rockslide, wasn't I? I think that's what I was gonna add, right? Rockslide? Yeah, I was gonna add a Rock. But She-Hulk, I actually think she is hold on. She-Hulk is actually quite an amazing card. So She-Hulk is going here. Hold on. It wouldn't let me swipe, so I'm gonna have to do this for now. Oh yeah, we're getting pretty close to done, guys. We just got 1, 2, 3 more rows of cards, and that's pretty much it. It is a 1 -3 power card. On review, add a demon to your hand. So, oops. This is what a demon looks like. It's a 1/6. And I don't know, the use case for this, it's kind of iffy, but it's no, actually, that's the thing though, man. I hardly play Hood, and I just can't seem to find any like really good use cases for the Hood. So I think for right now, I'm gonna put him in average. So the Hood is going here. Dang, look at this list. Look at how far this list is coming out. No. Go to deck. Why did it just say I am Groot, I am Groot, I am Groot? Delete. Okay, there we go. So we've got Spider-Man. He's a 2/4 that reads, on review, move to another location and pull an enemy card from here to there. It's fine. I mean, if you have Uncle Ben, then sure, it's pretty good. But besides that, it's okay. Because I just feel like there are so many other better move cards, man. Where this dude just doesn't really do much for me. After that, we've got Shauna. This card is a 3/4. On reveal, add a random 1-cost card to each location. Now this is another card. This is another case where Killmonger really comes in clutch, because when Shauna adds other winners onto the board, you can destroy them with Killmonger, making death even cheaper. But besides that, I think you gotta know where this is going. She's kind of just average. Oh wait, did I forget? Did I forget Phoenix Force? I forgot Phoenix Force. Hold on. We gotta do Phoenix Force first. Because, yeah, I kind of went out of order. But this dude is a 4-cost 5-power card. On reveal, revive one of your destroyed cards. And merge that card into it. This card can move next turn. Or each turn. So, I found this card to work best with Airwalker, right? Because Airwalker would take one of the 4-cost cards from your hand and put it onto that location. But merging Airwalker with Phoenix Force, it's a pretty good combination. So now that I've started to put Phoenix Force into that, now that I started playing Phoenix Force just a little bit, I think it's pretty solid. So for right now, we gotta discard this one. For Phoenix Force is a good card. Shauna, on the other hand, is kind of average. So Phoenix Force goes here. Yeah, I can't believe I missed out on Phoenix Force. Shauna goes here. I think I'm just gonna rapid fire these because I think this video is already getting pretty long here. Let me see where we're at. Oh yeah, we're about to be almost an hour long, so I think it's time to speed run these. So after that we've got I'm gonna speed round this. So man, the only thing is this thing is so slow. So wave. Come on, load. Thank you. So wave. Pretty good. Wasp. I think she's kind of terrible because, the main reason why I think she's terrible is she doesn't really offer much. Without her High Evolutionaries upgrade, there's not really much you can do with Wasp. So, yeah, she's going in terrible. No. No, here. Too laggy. Okay. Arrow. It's fine. Because I don't play Arrow often, so in my opinion, she's just kind of average. Rogue. I don't know. Nope. There we go. Rogue for me is a little bit on the average side. Because they don't really use her much. God, why can't I swipe? Steal the text from it. Yeah. No, I don't use her a lot. Who's next? Human Torch? What do we got? Oh yeah, we're getting close. Human Torch is the last one, right? Yeah. Human Torch, he's actually freaking amazing. Even though he's a 3, he's still really good. I remember he used to be a 1-cost. Is going here. HT here. Quake, I think I'll put over here. It's not really showing much. There we go. Quake. Where's Quake? Quake. Brood. Brood goes here. And then the last 2 cards to wrap up the tier list putting Ghost Spider here. And then honestly, Rescue I'm putting here. Even though, again, I've never really played her much. I've never really played this card much. It's still pretty good for what its ability is. So there it is, guys. The complete tier list. You could see amazing. There's starting to be a lot more amazing cards. And then this is all the ones that are in terrible. But anyways, guys, that is going to be the end of this episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and sub. Turn on those notifications. And until then, I will see you next time. Peace.